The most affordable solar installation method you must try. Professional solar installation costs around $20,000. But what if I told you that there is a way to cut that cost in half? We're talking $7,000 to $10,000 in savings just by changing how you approach the installation. Now here's the method solar companies don't want you to know about. Let me just be clear from the start. DIY solar installation isn't for everyone. But if you've ever done a home renovation project, rewired an electrical outlet, or built a deck, you already have the skills needed. And the savings? They're massive. Here's what most people don't understand about solar costs. When you hire a professional installer, roughly half of what you pay isn't for the equipment. It goes toward labor, company overheads, marketing, profit margins, and customer acquisition. For a typical 6 kilowatt system, that's $10,000 to $15,000 in soft costs that have nothing to do with the actual solar panels on your roof. The numbers are compelling. A 6 kilowatt DIY solar system costs between $11,000 and $14,000 in equipment before incentives. Compare that to professional installation at around $21,000 after tax credits. I mean, that's a savings of $7,000 to $10,000 for the exact same system, producing the exact same amount of power. But now let's talk about what DIY solar actually involves. Now, the installation typically takes 1 to 3 weekends with one helper. You'll need to be comfortable climbing on your roof, using power tools, and doing basic electrical work. If any of these make you uncomfortable, well, you can hire an electrician just for those specific parts, while still saving thousands overall. The process breaks down into 6 main steps. First, planning and permitting. You will need to check local zoning laws and obtain permits from your authority having jurisdiction. Now, this is crucial because skipping permits can result in fines and required removal of your system. Second, designing your system. Calculate your energy needs by reviewing your electrical bills for the past year. Determine the best location for panels, typically your roof with southern exposure. Factor in shading, roof condition, and of course, available space. Third, purchasing your equipment. Make sure the kit includes everything. That means panels, mounting rails, inverters, wiring, and monitoring systems. The average cost per panel runs $500 to $600 for 400-watt panels. Fourth, installing the mounting system. This is the most physically demanding part. You'll be measuring and marking where rails go, drilling into roof rafters, installing flashing and waterproofing, then securing the mounting rails. The key here is waterproofing. Every hole you drill must be properly sealed to prevent leaks. Fifth, mounting panels and wiring. Panels clip onto the rails, and then you connect them with the wiring provided. Most DIY kits use microinverters that attach directly to each panel, converting DC power to AC power right there on the roof. Now, this simplifies the electrical work significantly compared to older string inverter systems. Sixth, electrical connection and inspection. Now, this is where many DIYers hire a licensed electrician. The final connection to your home's electrical panel and grid connection typically requires professional certification. Budget around $500 to $1,000 for this step if you outsource it. Here's what people get wrong. They think it's all or nothing. It's not. Do 80% yourself, hire pros for the remaining 20%. You still save $6,000 to $8,000 while ensuring critical work is done correctly. Timeline? About 2 hours per panel. A 20-panel system equals 40 hours of labor, 3 weekends with a helper. Compare that to paying $10,000 in labor costs. But the big concerns: warranties? Equipment warranties stay valid regardless of installer. You just won't get a labor warranty. Permits? Absolutely required, non-negotiable. Unpermitted systems result in fines and removal orders. Federal tax credit? Critical news: DIY qualifies for 30% federal tax credit, but only through December 31st, 2025. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act ended this incentive after this year. $15,000 system equals $4,500 back on taxes. After 2025, zero. The deadline's non-negotiable. 3 scenarios where DIY makes perfect sense. 1. Small off-grid systems for cabins, sheds, or RVs. $4,000, 1 weekend install, no grid connection complexity. 2. Partial home systems. Start with panels covering 50% of consumption. Expand later. Spread costs and learning curve. 3. Hybrid approach. You install mounting and panels. Electrician handles connections, Best savings with professional oversight. Here are 4 mistakes to avoid. 1. Skipping structural assessment. Panels add 300 to 400 pounds per square foot. Check that your roof can handle it. 2. Ignoring local regulations. Requirements vary drastically. Research before buying. 3. Buying cheap equipment. Quality panels last 25 years plus. This isn't where you save money. 4. Overestimating your skills. Know your limits. Hire help for electrical work if needed. So, should you go DIY? Here's my honest assessment. DIY solar makes sense if you meet 3 criteria. First, you have basic construction and electrical skills or willingness to learn. Second, you have the time to dedicate several weekends to the project. Third, you're comfortable with the responsibility of your own installation. DIY solar does not make sense if you're risk adverse about making mistakes, if your roof requires special equipment or expertise, or if local regulations make DIY impractical in your area. The sweet spot? Doing 80% of the work yourself and hiring professionals for the remaining 20%. You still save $6,000 to $8,000 while ensuring that critical components are done correctly. Now go ahead and check the links down in the description below for buying panels at A1 Solar Store. And remember, with the federal tax credit ending this year, 2025 is your last chance to get that 30% back. Whether you DIY or hire professionals, act before December 31st to claim this incentive. The sun will power your home for decades, but this tax credit window closes in just a few months. Now, DIY solar isn't for everyone, but if you have the skills, it's the smartest way to cut your installation costs in half while still getting professional grade results.